Welcome to Closing Conversations. This is the weekly show on Tuesdays and Thursdays where we are calling leads live. A lot of these leads come through Charged Up University. The students in Charged Up University are using the proprietary software offerbolt.io to actually generate leads using AI chatbots to reach out, text sellers, set appointments, set follow-ups, engage them, and put appointments on their calendars. They're sending those leads in to us right here, and we're calling them live on YouTube for you guys to check it out and watch and learn how to do this on your own time, in your own space, in your own market. I'm here with my boy Kurt. Introduce yourself, Kurt. Let them know what time it is.
Hey, yo, man, it's your boy Kurt, the young kid, the one you like, know, and trust from the biggest A, not Atlanta. You see the name. Hey, B, let's get, man, listen, bro. I'm happy to share the stage with you, my dog. It's a pleasure to be here. I'm really just ready to lock something down. You know, we've been holding it down in the group, stuff getting locked up, stuff pushing over the dispo. So let's ride, man. Let's ride.
Yeah, look, if y'all don't know Kurt, you're gonna get to know him real fast. One of the best closers that I've been around, and he put a few under contract just in the past week. So I'm working to dispo them things right now. Look, I'm in Atlanta. I'm Mr. Send More Offers, always trying to get an offer out the door. So we're gonna jump right into this. Kurt, if you got something pulled up already, I'll let you jump right into that thing.
Yeah, let me go ahead. All right.
I'm gonna pull up the next one too, so we can keep it rolling.
You know what? I'm at the. You know what? I'm baby 3 times. They can call me baby 3 times because I call 3 times. You feel me?
Mr. Triple Dial himself.
Mr. Triple Dial himself. All right, let's see. We're going out to Ohio with this one.
Your call has been forwarded to voicemail. The person you're trying to reach is.
Look, I'm gonna remind y'all to like, subscribe, all that good stuff. Definitely, if you're in the U, let us know you're in here. Want to see some lightning bolts? That's how folks hear about this.
Your call has been forwarded to voicemail. The person you're trying to reach is not available. At the tone, please record your message. When you have finished recording, you may hang up.
Okay, let's see if we catch one more time.
Look, I thought you was gonna pull a Dre special.
No, not on this one. Man, I got while I was in the call, I got a text from one of my buyers that's looking at a property out here.
Nice.
So it was just like one of them in the moment things.
Your call has been forwarded to voicemail.
All right, they banged on me 3.
Oh, something else, Kurt. The number, we may have to switch it. He said it was cool to call from your cell today specifically. We gotta swap that number out.
Gotcha.
So maybe come back to that one after a little bit, and then we'll call the next one. But just call from your cell.
All right, cool. Well, that's okay. That's cool. That's cool. Could you hear that one ringing though?
Yeah, it was ringing. So I had just called somebody right before this. Buddy, we got under contract. The one in Atlanta, that Tiger Flowers, twice he didn't pick up, and then I called him from my iPhone, and he picked up, and I asked him, and he was like, "Yeah, it was probably spam likely because my phone filtered those numbers out." So we gotta update, register, and rotate in some new numbers.
Okay. All right. You want me to catch another one while you loading up, or what you want to do?
Yeah, I'm gonna take this one.
All right, bro.
Okay. So I'm going in blind on this. This is Fayetteville, North Carolina. I ain't seen no notes.
Your call has been forwarded to voicemail.
All right, double tap.
Your call has been forwarded to voice.
Triple tap. Spoke to Lisa on 4/16. Half-acre old house. Price comes with the house. Is not.
Your call has been forwarded to voicemail.
All right, she sent that one. I'm gonna text this lead.
Okay. Man, you in Atlanta. Anybody live in Douglasville?
Oh yeah. We did Kadeem Peters. The first deal we did when we first started the handoff program was Kadeem's lead out in Douglasville. Closed in 30 days.
All right, I'm gonna go out there then.
Yeah, that's a good one.
All right, cool.
Hopefully it's like if it's a house in a neighborhood, because now it can be a little rural in Douglasville. So as long as there ain't no farmland or off the side of the road type, if it's in the neighborhood, it's a go.
Okay.
Dada,
Go,
you help me drink
go.
it?
No.
I can't do it.
Mr. Dar, how you doing today?
I'm pretty good. Who's
Okay.
good?
Man, it's Curtis. This Curtis, man. You got a few seconds? Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Man, you actually spoke to someone out of my front office today. It looks like Colleen about a property.
Today? No.
Out there on Queens Road, 6175.
I didn't spoke to nobody, but I remember I sent a message yesterday.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, well, I don't know who was there.
Man, is this one of the ones you may consider selling or?
Okay, hold on.
Okay. Brandon, what about lots out here?
Say?
Because this looks like this is a lot. I mean, is this one of those properties you consider selling, or did you have another one you may consider?
No, I'm thinking about Queen Street.
Say that for me one more time.
The Queen Street, Douglasville, Georgia.
Okay. Man, is this just a lot, or is it an actual house on this property?
Yeah, just a lot.
It's just a lot. Okay. How much are you asking for this lot?
45,000.
45,000. Okay. Are you familiar with any comps that's going on in the area for lot selling that high, or is that just kind of what you want because you want it?
I know it's going on for 55, but this is the only lot in the neighborhood, and it's right next to the schools. You have elementary school, you have high school, all close to the lot. So.
Mm-hmm. And you didn't want to actually build on it yourself?
I was going to build it, but then we went to the divorce, and then they decided to stay here in Pensacola, and I still have the lot over there.
Okay. Man, I'll have to kind of poke my head in with my finance manager. And typically, I don't have to go back there just to kind of get an offer to you, because I'm really kind of just not sure if we're buying lots in this area at the moment. But man, before I go back there and even bother Brandon on it, are you kind of open to other offers outside of 45, or are you saying that if it's not 45,000, then
maybe a couple thousand less? I mean, I can't take too much less.
Okay, so if I came somewhere in between, 25 to 30, you're saying that wouldn't work?
No, that's not gonna work.
Okay. Let me hold on one second. Let me speak with Brandon real fast, and let's see kind of what he kind of thinks to see if we're even kind of man. Cost of materials right now are so high, so we kind of shied away from building on lots. Do you have? Is it like is the lot already clear at the moment? Like, does it have electricity underground?
It used to be have a house, so the house was demolished. So right now, it's cleaned out. I mean, there's no, we might have overgrown, but you gotta clean up. But it's not like there's heavy trees. It's just like overgrown the property.
Okay. All right. Let me get with him real fast. Give me a few seconds.
All right.
What lots?
So I was looking, like I just seen like a 3-acre lot sell for like 50, 60. I don't think. I think it's gonna be tough to move. So we had another lot in Douglasville. I think Chris locked it up. We got it for 35. Couldn't work, couldn't move it, and then the seller went and put it on the market, reached back out, still couldn't sell. So it's like lots not even really selling on market right now, unless it's huge and you could build a neighborhood or it's in town. Like right now, people just saying, that's gonna be tough to move. Like we get under contract and else. So I think you're at the right place. Like even at 30, I'm not 100% sure.
All right. Hey,
yes, sir.
Mr. Dar, you there?
Yes, sir. I'm here.
I got you, man. And you don't have any other properties you consider selling at the moment?
No, sir. That's the only one.
Okay. Yeah, man. Costa, and I had to just kind of double check with him because I don't even want to waste your time. Man, the cost of material is so high with what Trump and got going on with all these tariffs. Can't get stuff in, can't get stuff out. So it's just one of those things to where it's just making it building extra hard. And I know you probably been having this lot for a while trying to sell it anyway. So I think we're gonna have to pass on the 45.
Okay, no problem.
Okay, man. I appreciate it. You take care.
All right.
Yeah.
And I didn't even see lots in the area. No, like for like 10 miles.
It was definitely far and few between, like right in the areas. Like it's not moving like that. I got one pulled up. I was trying to find notes. Additional info. Where's the notes on this? I'm gonna just call. This is one in Louisville. 2, 4, 1, 6, 7, 3. This is a very unique looking house. All right, that was no answer on the first dial. Property info.
What is that one?
This one is Faye.
Okay, so that's not the one I'm looking at. Okay.
The notes say Shanika Biddings. Shout out to Shanika. Keep doing something weird.
And your reach has a voicemail box.
Kurt, you can keep dialing.
I'm sorry, the person you were trying to reach.
You can keep dialing to the next one. If I see you on, I'll just go mute.
Okay.
Get somebody. Oh, no answer. I don't know if this is hands off or not. Okay. We gotta get somebody with a house that they're sitting on. You know, the types that we like, right? Are these houses that's in a neighborhood? You know, they're easy to comp. There are those kind of creative situations that we can make something happen, something rural, sometimes a townhouse, sometimes condo, sometimes land, right? But the ones that the opportunities that, you know, you can do a lot of damage with is if you're talking to homeowners. They got an as-is house, ain't been updated in years. And you know, there's an as-is value. There's value we can add to it. You know what I mean? So
For sure. And yeah, Sean, you can't escape from cold calling, man. But cold calling is the best though. Like you want to get on.
low key is more like a little bit more like warm calling. I don't know if that's a thing. I might have just coined it, but when you're calling folks that you know are warm leads, you got a better chance of pulling something than cold calling. But it does. You are still dialing at the end of the day. Warm leads are way better than cold ones. I promise you that.
Please leave your message for
5:30. Like this is usually a good time because, like, right, folks is getting off work. You know, they either headed home. They've been.
Please leave your message for
You hear what I'm getting?
8134884.
This is one. This is in Florida too.
Good afternoon.
Hey, how's it going? This is Brandon, Mr. Steve.
Yeah, what's going on with you?
Hey, not much. I was trying to give you a shout back. Hoping that you had a few minutes to talk about property at Raintree Drive.
All right. Yeah. Are you the 140 guy?
I don't know
No?
yet. I don't know. I think I saw
Guess
that
not.
you wouldn't take less than 170 though.
That's right. Well, I got to pay my mortgage off, and it's 30 grand. So I wanted to walk away with at least 140. So you already talked to me, so that's good. I talked to another guy. He's got like 6 different numbers, and I thought his name was Brendan. So
No, it wasn't me. There's a lot of us out there. Unfortunately, that's why I didn't have no juniors.
right. Okay.
Yeah. Look, I was hoping to kind of dig into a little bit more what kind of shape it's in. I know you mentioned that it was like it needed $5,000 in repairs.
Right.
Was that something that you specifically had like costed out, or what was the situation with
Yeah.
that?
Well, I already put like got some newer appliances. They're not brand new, but they're they say scratch and dents. I can't see a scratch on them, but that's okay. Whatever it is, that's $1,500. And then I put probably about $7,000 into some other stuff, paint, carpet, some of that stuff. So it's my estimate. I know what I need to get done. I need like, and 5 might be a stretch. It might be less than that. I need 4 door jams. Door jams you can buy at Home Depot for $168. I just need somebody to take the old ones out and put the new ones in.
Yeah.
You know, and everybody I talked to said, it's no big deal. It's easy to do. Well, if it's easy to do it, what, $200 a door? I don't know, but so, just that and a couple little other things. I had a new slider door put in. So, yeah, $5,000 is probably stretching that, but that's what I'm thinking to square it off to list it at 210.
Okay. So you were thinking
But
about actually doing the
Go
work
ahead.
yourself and like getting on the open market?
I was thinking about putting it on the market, but I'm not certain. If you said, well, I'll give you 170 right now, then I'd do that. But
Yeah. Has there been something else that sold in that complex for two?
yeah, 234 or something like that. Yeah. It's in that Raintree Manor. You'd have to Google it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm looking at some of the
But
comps.
the one that's 238, it's pristine. It's got marble counters. It's really uppity. And I have a friend that's a realtor, and she just told me today, if you want to put 25 or 30 grand into it, then you'll be able to get that type of money. But I don't want to do that.
Right. See, and that's what I think we would want to do with something like this, because for one, let me ask you, like, can you even rent in this complex? I know a lot of
Oh, sure.
HOAs.
Yeah. I've been renting it for 8 years.
Okay. So no rental
$19.50 a
restrictions.
month.
Got it.
The killer is the HOA fee.
Yeah, that's ridiculous.
It's like $900 a month.
Yeah, that's usually a bad sign that the HOA
And
isn't putting.
I talked to a lady on the board when I was there last week, and she said it's not going down. So,
do you know what they're
other
doing with
people
the
that
money?
own there, they say $950 a month's not bad to pay for in this area and all that stuff. Sure,
Can
that's right.
you see the money going to work in any way? Like, are they paying any utilities or keeping it clean?
Who are you talking about?
The
Renters?
HOA.
HOA, they pay for everything outside. They pay for the roof. They pay for outdoor. They pay for the trash. They pay for cable or internet, basic. They pay for the grounds. So they do pay for some stuff, but
Okay.
There's a fancy pool over there.
Got it. That's helpful. That they are covering more than just the grounds and the trash.
Right.
900.
You can Google that address. 11717 Rain Tree Drive. Temple Terrace FL.
You said what was the number?
11717.
Raintree is one word.
It is.
Okay.
So what happens is it says it's not for sale, but there's one right below it. It said 11728 is for sale. Click on that. They're asking 198 grand, and that's the one that was like, yeah, they just dropped the price $41,000.
That means
that
that
market for 255 days.
Yeah, and what was it listed at for that?
It was like 234 grand or something. Now it's at 198 right now.
Yeah, see, that's not a great sign.
No, it's not.
But that's the market right now. Market is moving sideways. It's
It's going sideways now.
Yeah, I mean, it hasn't taken a plunge or anything. It's not real estate or bad loans or debt that's driving a decline. It's just the uncertainty right?
I heard that in Florida, 24 million people live in Florida. I heard that 10% were exiting.
Mm.
In Fort Myers, I heard there's 25,000 homes for sale that people are exiting.
I usually tell people like, hey, don't negotiate against yourself, but
I'm just sharing that information because
no, but you're right.
Other people have said, you know what? If you can hold on to it for 5 years, then you'll be able to sell it for $240. Well, this one guy called me, and like you, but he said, hey, this is what we're gonna do. We're gonna do this thing. It's called where you put half in and I put half in, and then we wait 5 years and then we sell it for $240. And I said, okay, yeah, sure, I'll do that. Not, but you know. Anyway.
Yeah, I don't typically do that. Partner with the homeowner to do like a renovation and sale, but we will do like a note, right? Where we're paying you monthly until the property is sold, and then you get your fee. I've also done it where I work with you to get it listed, right? And we put it on the market. And if there's minor repairs, cosmetic cleanup stuff to do, that's on me. I'll take care of it. I pay for all the closing costs and the commissions. And then once it sells, I get anything over what your asking price was. That's an option, and that way you're not having to go and interview different realtors. We have real estate agents and partners that do this investment as is properties all around the country, but specifically in the Southeast. So we already know who to work with. We get a reduced rate on the commission on the sales side, so it's usually able to work out better for us to list the property than the homeowner that's just going to the open market and trying to find a realtor. So that could be an option to get you more money.
I have a realtor friend of mine, so she hasn't listed it yet, but she's willing to, she's got a couple different programs she can help me with. Like, one of them is she's got some people that would update it, do the updates, and then I wouldn't have to pay until I sold it. So as long as they don't jack the prices up, then that's an option for me. Or I can just finish the work. It's going to be less than $5,000 and just rent it out.
Yeah. That actually might be the better option if you have the stomach for renting. What I was referencing is, look, we would take care of the updates needed to get it sold, and you wouldn't have to pay anything. You would just collect your check at closing. You would get paid out when we do at closing. But at 170, could we pull that off at 170? Maybe. I think it's still a little tight for me, just based on what I'm seeing and what has sold and what condition. And I wouldn't want you to go into a deal like that with me and then it sit because we typically try to get in and out of those in 60 days, 90 days max.
Right. Yeah, well, I appreciate that, but I think that my friend Tina, she's going to do that. So, and she's going to list it for like 190. So.
Yeah. And so if I were doing the same thing, I would be listing it around that price. And so after paying commissions and paying you your 170, there wouldn't be much in it for me. I guess the difference between that and you having your agent friend team to list it is, when the buyer comes in and they do their home inspection and they say, hey, I want, you to fix this and that and that and this, that's going to fall on you. But if we handle that process for you, we'll cover any of those repairs needed to get it sold.
I'm going to take care of all that shit there's no way that I'm going to let somebody buy it or see it unless
it's ready to go.
Yeah.
because I just don't believe in that. I'm not gonna, like I know, a couple. I need to redo like a light switch or something like that. I'm not gonna, because I think about like what's up to code, or what if it was inspected, what they're gonna, need done. So that stuff is easy. You just turn off the electricity and just, change it out. I'm not gonna let any of that stuff be like that when it comes to that.
Makes sense. Well, look, I'll touch base with you again here, maybe in a few weeks, see how things are going.
All right, well, give me 30 days because I'm going to go down there and do some. Let's see what's the date today, 25th tomorrow. So I'm probably going to go down there like the weekend of the 24th and redo. I'm doing some painting. Got to solidify a couple things, and then you can call me after that.
Yeah, look, I'll follow up with you, see if there's anything we could do to help. If we can't figure out something.
Now?
So honestly, we're actually in the process of liquidating the rest of our rentals. And I think that this is the type of the market that we're in, where we're wanting to have cash to take advantage of things on the other side of what's coming and what's happening now.
Right. So how many properties do you have?
Currently, just three. Just three.
That's it?
Yeah, I'm telling you, we've been in active liquidation mode. I actually got rid of, started downsizing back when COVID started. And I think we had about 10 or so 2022. And we started to sell those down. Between me and my partner, we're down to the last few. We still have some active projects going on, renovations, no land development right now. But, in these situations where we can come in and, do a quick renovation, be in and out, that's the type of deals that I'm looking for. Something pretty quick.
Yeah, something you can buy for like 140, 150, do a little cosmetic work to it and sell it for, 185.
Yeah. I mean, so at the same time, small multifamily, medium-sized multifamily, we are still looking for those. I'm working on a triplex currently. And so I do like the multifamily plays. But single family, I'd rather be in a higher class. I think when I first started in my career, I was getting, as is kind of fixer-uppers, C-class, sometimes D-class properties. So at this point, if I'm buying whole single family, it needs to be A to B class properties or multifamily only.
Right.
Yeah.
All right. Well, you'll do fine.
Yeah, I appreciate it. I mean, I think this is going to be a big opportunity in the next few years. So, once you sell this,
hold on to it then.
Look, I'm talking about to buy. All right.
Oh, to buy. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, be on the lookout. If you're looking for anything in the area and I have something, let me know when I follow up with you in a month.
All right, sounds good.
Okay, good deal.
Thanks for that.
All right, thank you.
Bye.
Bye.
Leave me a message and I'll call you back.
My only question is that I called dude and he didn't pick up for me, but he picked up for you.
I did see a note that said call, no answer 3 times or something.
I called him 3 times and he didn't pick up for me, but he picked up for you. It's crazy.
He wasn't the lead anyway.
Yeah. It's a lady in there from Georgia. I think she was like 190, 195 for a property.
You remember the first name?
I think it's Deborah.
Okay.
But I don't know. The number is not correct. Unless I dialed it wrong, but I was
Your call has been
for sure when I dialed it though. Oh, I may have. Hold on, wait.
Listed.
Come on now, we ain't gonna slip up like that. There we go. So I had A1. Okay, that's my fault. My bad.
I wasn't say,
Hello, this is Deborah.
Hey, Miss Deborah, this is Curtis. How you doing today?
I am fine.
Awesome. Hey, would you be comfortable to speak to me about this property on 8th Street in East Point, Georgia, 2901?
I'm sorry, F Street in Georgia? I think you got the wrong person.
No, it says 20.
Street.
No,
Yes.
it's on 8th. Yes, ma'am. Would you be comfortable to speak to me about that one?
Yeah, I haven't come across your name. Where did you get my name?
So you actually spoke to someone in my office. Like I said, I'm Curtis, but you spoke to someone in my office maybe a day or two ago, Deborah, about possibly wanting to sell this one.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, ma'am. So I had a few moments while I was in the office. I'm kind of late to the phone call. I wanted to make sure that she gave me over the correct information so we can have a quick chit chat.
Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
You're in Arkansas?
Yes. Have you ever been?
Yeah, I have been.
Really? You got kids?
It's beautiful.
You got kids?
I have one daughter.
You got one daughter. So I have a 4-year-old. His name is Kai. So if he gets a little rowdy on me, just kind of bear with me, okay?
Sure.
Awesome. So listen, real quick. Where did you come in Arkansas?
My career was nursing.
Okay.
So I just did my last job in December.
Congratulations.
And so when I nursed, I did nothing but travel.
Okay.
So I did some nursing. Oh, I went to a convention in Arkansas. That's what I did there.
Sweet.
So I actually never worked in Arkansas, but I did some sightseeing, walked along the Dragon River, that giant zigzaggy river.
Mm-hmm.
Saw some sunsets and saw some beautiful convention buildings. Oh my gosh, they really set you up nicely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, it's definitely not like Atlanta.
I'm definitely not what?
It's definitely not like Georgia. Like Atlanta, Georgia, East Point.
Right. Now, I need for you to know that I'm not from Georgia. I'm in Missouri.
Sweet. Okay.
I am a headhunter. I look for a buyer for my contractor. Okay. So let me tell you what I can. What do you need to know?
Okay. So on this one, right? Like, kind of catch me up to speed on it. Is this like a resident or is it a rental? Like, were you living there at one point or?
Well, some old people lived in it. They died. Some family tried to move into it. They're out.
You said Deborah?
Deborah.
It's really a nice house. Right. So right now it's still in probate. The deaths of the people were just recent.
Oh,
so yeah. So people are still trying to buy it. They say, well, we can still buy it. Nothing stops because it's in probate. But who knows how long it'll be in probate? I have no idea.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
When did you just start the probate process?
I did not start the probate process. I was given notice that it was in probate only about 4 days ago.
Okay. And they didn't kind of mention how long it's been there?
It's new. Okay. The contractor bought the place and then somebody started the process.
Okay.
Yeah.
The only reason why I was asking is because some people start processes and they go through these processes without knowing all the different loopholes that you can possibly go through without having to kind of be in the standstill for the next 4 to 8 months. So I was almost wondering, did the attorney that's handling the probate, or are you handling the probate? Is somebody in the family handling the probate? Because they can do what they call an heirship affidavit, which allows you to kind of skip over that probate process. Yeah, and as long as all the current heirs are in how can I say this, on the same page, right, about selling the property, nobody's upset at nobody just because they want to sell it. It's an easier process, and we can get that done at our attorney's office or a local title company that we use out there. And it's pretty much Johnny on the spot, and it kind of keeps it from being this like I said, a 4 to 8 month process.
Right. Well, then my contractor, he said, he's been getting too many calls. He'd really like for me to get as much information as possible before I connect you with him. So I would let him know that you are interested, or you would like to employ the process.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yes. Now I do have a quick question. I maybe just like a nosy boots, right? I keep hearing you refer back to like this contractor. What is that all about? So like, is this not your house, or are you just kind of like a realtor? And like, what is that about? I guess I'm confused.
No. Well, like I said, I'm a headhunter. I look for people who will want to buy this place.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Gotcha.
So I put out ads and receive calls, and I try to tell them what I can. And if they're really interested, they can go to my contractor and, finish the process. But you know what? So many people are just looking, they don't really, yeah, they're just kind of dangling there like, oh, I don't know if I want it or not. And
Is
then
she
they'll
just
look at
got a
another
fancy
one.
name for
Oh,
a
I don't know if I
wholesaler?
want it or not. Well, so this is all the majority of the people that are looking. So, anyway.
I guess. What so typically, and I'm just like, I'm one of those guys that I like to put everything on the front end, so I know exactly what I'm about to kind of step into here. Do you have like a fee, or do your contractors pay the fee? Like, what does that look like? Because everybody's in it to make some type of money, right? So, what does that process look like?
Most of these homes, or all of these homes, are wholesale. They either need a little repair or
wholesale.
They just want to get sold. So there's a gap at the top that.
So what's her asking price then? She
That's
knows.
There's a
350
rate. They have the wholesale rate and the retail rate, and if there's a big distance or a small distance between there, that determines how much I can ask for.
Okay.
How much I can ask for. Okay.
What are you potentially wanting for the property right now? As is.
195.
Okay.
That's with my fee on top of there.
What you got, Randy?
195.
Try to get a little lower. Start at like 175.
Okay. Have you been receiving any, I guess, bids on this property? I know I'm not the first lucky guy that you've been speaking with, right?
No. I've had several that said they really want it, and I have another one who's, talking to a group of people. They want to buy it as a group. So yeah, there's people who want it. It's a nice house, but also people who are just kind of hanging back, and they're not.
Yeah. You know what? We've been buying properties for over 10 years now. And my partner, like you said, I'm in Arkansas. My partner actually lives in Atlanta, and he's been in this business buying properties for over 20 years now. So he has about an extra 10 on top of me, if not more, right? So we are buyers, and we love wholesalers. So if it's a deal, we can work it out. You can make some money. We take ownership of the property. That's definitely something that we are not scared of kind of doing, and want to create that relationship with you. And we actually have plenty of people that want to send their properties to us. We buy from them. We pretty much pay what we can pay, but we're kind of one of those guys that when we put a number out there, that's a number that you can go to bed and sleep at night and know that it's going to close. Right? It's not one of the ones that, and I know how it is. It can be pretty frustrating being a wholesaler, right? But you can put a property on the contract with somebody. You're really kind of iffy if the guy's going to close or not. The next thing you know, you wake up, it's a Tuesday morning, they're calling your phone, you can't find them, or they're trying to negotiate you right before you get down to closing. So are you saying that at 195, that's the number, and you're not willing to kind of I guess be open to what I know that can work on a property like this, and we can close it whenever it's humanly possible. Probate is done, and we can kind of just take this off your hands.
Right, that should work. But I would take it down to 190, just for the sake of taking it down.
Okay. Let me speak with my partner Brandon. He's actually in the office with me today. So let me see what we're kind of hanging in at on this one. I think before I kind of speak with him, I was wanting to kind of be somewhere in between 170 and 175.
Oh dear, no, that's way too low. No, he won't go down.
He won't go down, or is it your fee that's kind of being?
Well, okay, let's put it. I've heard him say before he's not going down on it. You can try to talk him down. Once you get to talking to him, you can try and talk him down, and he might. I just sent him a thing. I think I asked for. I don't know. I think I asked for 10,000. You know,
10,000. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So where do you have this one on the contract for?
Right.
Huh?
So you said what? Where do I have it on the contract?
Yes, ma'am.
I would. I don't know. I would have to send you a form with my JV request. It's already in his office.
Ooh,
so when he does the deal, the title people already have my request for an amount of money.
She don't got no contract. Okay, and you're sure you have this on the contract?
I have it on his paperwork. Yes.
Okay. Let me speak with Brandon real fast. Give me like 2 seconds. Let me see where we can kind of hang in on this one, and then if we can put it to bed, we can put it to bed, and then I'll be happy to kind of, I guess, speak to the actual seller that you're calling a contractor, but the actual seller of the property, and then we'll go from there.
All right.
All right. Hold on 1 second. Hold on 1 second for me.
Okay. Whose
lead is this? Yo, are you serious?
That's wow. Look,
crazy.
We've had a few folks send in like wholesale leads. You know, it typically don't work. I'm wondering, did she say anything about the condition of this property?
No, I got you see the go into the notes. Go into the notes. It's a link right there.
Okay.
You see it?
I'm about to find it now because like I've seen stuff sell for 220 as is if it's solid, you know. So our number don't seem too crazy unless it's, you know, really rough.
No, it don't look real rough. Do you see it real quick? I mean, it look bad. She got really nice pictures. Like I would hire her to go take pictures for sure.
Yeah, she don't know what business she's in.
No, we all gotta start somewhere. That's why you should join the U.
Right. I know. You need to let her know about the U. Where did it go? This I don't know if somebody's moving the leads for us. I do not see this lady's name. It's okay, Deborah. Okay.
All right, you see it. Hold on 1 second, Miss Deborah. Hold on.
Okay, I'm here.
She gonna hold on however long she needs to.
Right. And so there wasn't nothing in the okay, I see it. Oh, Keegley. I know who she is. I don't know who she is, but my homie owned Keegley, Atlanta. So if they got it at that, and if they haven't sold it, it's not gonna be a deal. Like Keegley got one of the biggest buyers list. So there must be something going on with it to where it's not selling. And I could hit Chris and get the scoop on it.
Okay, so you want me to
just tell her like, you know, we could send an offer. If you want to get her contact info, that's cool, but I wouldn't. There must be something else going on to where it's not selling because they would have no problem selling this deal. She wouldn't need, you know. So yeah, Jamil Damji owns Keegley, the franchise, and locally Keegley Atlanta is Chris Campbell. So if they're marketing this at that price, then it must need to be above that price. So,
All right. So what's Keegley? I don't see it. I see what you said. Keegley. That's the link.
Yeah, it's a link. It's so if it's they link, yeah, it's not a deal. It's not a deal for us.
Okay. All right. I'll just get her up out of here.
Yeah.
Hey, Miss Deborah.
Yes.
Hey, so you know what? Like I said, let me do this because one thing I don't want to do is I don't want to obviously be giving out numbers that I'm just not comfortable with. So I'm gonna kind of game plan with Brandon a little bit more to see what's really kind of going on. I got some photos here, but they really kind of just don't tell the right story. So we may have to send somebody out there to be able to walk the property. But before we can kind of go there, I just want to make sure we can kind of see eye to eye at least on the price range. So if I can get something that I think that makes a little bit of more sense for you, I'll give you a shout back and we'll go from there. Okay.
Okay. Great.
All right.
I look forward to hearing from you.
No problem, Miss Deborah. Take care.
Okay. Bye.
She might be a new hire, man.
Yeah, that was.
She wasn't speaking like she knew what was going on.
And see, people, that's why you gotta ask the right questions. Because she kept referring back to this like contractor thing. I'm like, well, what is that? I don't know what that means. Yeah, she's gonna be waiting on that call, Shannon. Don't know if she's gonna get it though. We'll see. All right, I'll put those notes up there. I need to talk to a seller though.
I know. I feel like we ain't spoke to nobody that had a real house.
What's up? Like 51 minutes. Y'all tapped in with us? Y'all still enjoying this? Let me get some lightning bolts or something because I feel like we need to talk to a seller. What do y'all think? Right? All right. Let's see here. You texting him?
Yeah.
All right. Sweet. So I don't even know what to put down on a note for this one. I'm so confused. Like, what do I? What do I
say? It's a wholesaler marketing the property.
Okay.
Return a student, but I'm gonna find out a little bit what's going on, and I'll be able to let Lex know to communicate with whoever sent it in. I don't know who sent that in.
Miss Deborah.
Okay. Yeah, and look, like Kurt said, we want to help you guys. If you're watching this, like, be able to ask the right questions when you're faced with this lead. Like, hey, what's really going on? Who is this person to you? If you're not the owner, like, try to really get to the bottom of it. And if it's a wholesaler, then you just know, like, hey, are you looking for a JV partner? So we're going into this knowing, or you're going into this knowing what the situation is. So, that was, I guess, still good for folks to hear, how you kind of pulled that out of them, that this was a wholesale deal, right? Because a lot of people do be getting those calls, and
just
how to get it.
You know what? I'm not a comment guy, but I just don't appreciate Shannon saying that he couldn't work with me in the office. I want to know what that's about because I think I'm a great guy. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna get it done. It just come on now. Some stuff is just like, what was that? So yeah, you're right. If you I would have been like, I probably would have been saying something different, Brandon, but it'd have been along the lines of what was that? All right, let's see. Can I catch another one, bro? Because that wasn't really fair. So
which one?
Let me catch this Jacksonville, Florida. It looks like Brittany was speaking to him.
Okay. I got one right after that if it don't pick up.
Come on, let me just please let me catch one. Cause that wasn't fair. All right.
He said, no, we're having trouble closing. We're just waiting on title be
They're having trouble closing? Is it because of the probate?
It's probably already under contract. It's contract.
Mia says never a dull moment. You should ask Jillian. That Discord be turned. All right, come on, answer the phone. Don't you want to talk to us?
Please leave your message for.
Oh, he's closing on it.
Oh, so was she on the phone talking? You know what? I'm so done with that situation.
That's wild.
Dude, I just feel like I just wasted 15 minutes of my time. Yeah, bro. I'm like wasting time. Like what? I'm one of those guys, people. That I'm like, what are we doing?
Right.
Like, what is this? I'm not,
Please leave your message.
I'm not talking all day, Brandon, trying to figure it out. That's why I couldn't be no police officer. Because you know what? You're just going to jail. I ain't got time for this. You talk down there. I'm not gonna figure out the story. It ain't gonna work. I'm not doing all that, bro. I'm still here paying close attention. And this is also an example why you gotta have a network, people. You see how Brandon just got on the phone with the person that owns the whole whatever it's got going on.
Yeah, Chris said, "Yeah, I'm a definitely not cool." They're under contract to close this thing out. Like,
there you go.
Hold on, my son.
Mine's. Don't worry about it. I'm pretty sure my couch is 10 different colors right now, but everything is fine. Everything is fine. You up, bro? They didn't answer. I'm finna put the note.
Okay. Yeah, I got one pulled up. Hey, Miss Clark. Miss Clark.
Hello.
Hey, Miss Clark.
How can I help you?
Hey, yeah. This is Brandon. I was just reaching out, giving you a call back. I think you were speaking with one of our partners about the property on Taft Street.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
You're breaking up. Oh,
I'm sorry. I was saying that I think you had spoken with my partner John about Taft Street.
Mm-hmm.
So I wanted to just follow back up with you to get a better feel for it. We buy houses. We're looking for something else, another project in this area. I don't think if I don't find something soon.
You keep breaking up. Can you call me back, or you want me to call you back?
Yeah, let me call you right back.
Okay.
2 seconds.
Why are you getting everybody to answer?
Bro. You got that last one, didn't you?
Yeah, but
I went off Wi-Fi.
Your call has been forwarded to voicemail.
So she don't want to talk now? It should be better. Come on, Clark. Damn. Jillian, you're right.
Your call has been forwarded to voicemail.
You're right, Jill.
Wait a minute. Is that thunder? Or do you got something rolling?
It was thunder. It's about to rain here in Atlanta. I mean, it's not that loud. I'm surprised y'all heard it. I guess it's the mic.
That loud? Brother, I heard that through the phone. Oh,
it's not. I didn't think it was that loud, but yeah, shit. Maybe it's picking up through the mic. But I think
she tripped.
Right.
Machine.
Because this shit wasn't breaking up on my end. Let me text her. Hey, Miss Clark.
All right, let's see. And that was St. Petersburg, Florida?
No, it was Richmond, Virginia. Princetta.
All right, I'm finna You want to get one more? I'm finna call St. Petersburg.
Nah, you can call.
Okay.
I really feel some type of way. I ain't had nobody fake me out like that in a minute. Like I'm used to, you know what I mean, having a conversation. Yeah, you have to lie to get out the phone with me now. You don't want to talk.
Just say that.
No, I tried you back.
Just say that though. Now that I think about it, if you would have said, "Yeah, call me back," she wasn't calling back.
I've been sitting here holding the phone, salty as hell.
That's one of the. Yeah, I'm gonna meet you at the movies.
Right, man.
It's crazy.
We need to sell a motive.
Your call has been forwarded.
Like I don't just want to sell it with a house. I need a motivated seller.
I mean, give me a driveway. I don't know, a sidewalk or something.
Right.
Bro, how about a leaf? What's up? How much you want? Hello?
How many times are you gonna call me?
You know what, Miss Kaiser? I didn't even know if the your phone was maybe in the bottom of your purse or not. I get that a lot, and I apologize if I'm kind of disturbing you. But
Okay, I'm not selling any of my houses, so please take my name off your list.
Okay, well, hey, you have a blessed day, okay?
But
the pivot.
I'm glad you was ready. You was ready for it. You was ready for it.
Woo!
Yeah.
The pivot was crazy, though.
It was the pivot was A1. Definitely.
The pivot was crazy.
Definitely A1.
Listen, they can't shake me, Brandon. I ain't know if your phone was in the bottom of your purse. Maybe you need an ambulance. I don't know. So,
hey, that's a good one. That's a good one. That's a real good one.
All right, who sent that one in? I'm not gonna put your name out there, but I don't think you want to say. So
definitely not. I got one pulled up. He's local.
If you're gonna triple down, ladies and gentlemen, you know,
be ready.
Please have supervision.
Hey, look, everybody gonna be using that one.
Hello.
Hey, Mr. Rodney.
Hey.
Hey, it's Brandon. I was giving you a shout back about those properties at Gibraldi. You got a quick minute to talk about them?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay, cool. Well, look, I appreciate you taking the time. I think you were speaking with my partner on this here the other day. I did have a few notes. What I didn't see was how much you were hoping to sell this property for.
What now?
How much you were hoping?
I thought I told him there's a package deal, $175 a piece.
Okay. Yeah, I didn't have that in the notes, but I do have some other notes on this per property. Both are fixed up, new HVAC, new roof, in August, new floors. The tenants no.
Tenants, I got tenants in one, and at 9/21.
Okay.
Because I ain't do 9/13 because I was in the thing to get ready to sell. So.
God, you said I said that last part again. You said you had a tenant.
I ain't put no tenants in the other one, in the 9/13. And the tenants in 9/21.
Okay, because you knew you were finna sell.
Yeah, because everybody keep requiring about it.
Is that what had you thinking about it, or was there something else you already?
Because because the neighborhood changing.
Yeah.
I don't know if you've been in there. So what they're doing, they coming in and they buying and they redoing.
Got it. How long have you owned these?
I said about 15 years.
Okay. So it's tenants that have been good to you, thus far, like paying on time and stuff like that, or you just?
Yeah, pretty straight. Yeah, she's pretty straight.
Okay. Cool. So $175 a piece on this. Let me see if I can get to that. because I pulled it up, and I saw a few comps, but I was looking for something that also sold as is. I know you said you have some newer.
Oh shit! I can tell you one sold as here. The one that 917. That 917 sold as is for $230.
Well, it was also what? Because these are like 750 square feet. Was it also small?
Yeah, that was the same thing. Yeah, she went in there and fixed that thing up. Yeah, she paid two something for that thing.
Man, that's a good play.
Right, that's what I told her. She said that you I don't know where you came from.
175. Sheesh. It's and with these, does either both of them, are they both 2-bedroom, 1 baths?
Right.
That's gonna be tough. Okay. So let me ask you this: if I can get to those numbers, like when are you trying to sell? Like, do you want to wait until the tenant sell to one and wait till the tenant finishes her lease on the other, or are you looking to sell ASAP?
You just let me know. I'll tell you what you do. Just get back with me. I ain't rushing because I got some stuff in coming. So just what you do, just take your time and get back with me in the next 3 to 4 weeks.
Okay. Let me
take your time. I ain't going nowhere.
Do you happen to have you had any photos of them? Like, have you been into the one that's vacant? Like, just so I can get a feel for it. Like,
okay, all right. Give me I tell you what. Give me about Saturday. I'll be back down that way about Saturday, and then I'll take you and I'll send it to you.
Okay, you said you're not in Atlanta anymore.
Yeah, I'm in Atlanta, but I'm and I got so much stuff that I'm doing, so I get back over in that area. So what you do? Give me a little time to get back over there, and then I'll take a picture and I'll send it back to you.
Okay, yeah, that's a bet. Because I do come through that area from time to time. You know, we got properties in Clayton. I'm up in Decatur, and so I'll be, I'll pass through there, when I'm going to visit the properties in Clayton. So, if you shoot me some photos of it, I can give you a better feel for the number where I come in at. And then we can go from there. That one tenant, real quick, is she? How much are they paying?
They're paying 9.
Tenant paying 9. Okay. Dang, 175. So, look, we do buy a lot of properties, some to flip, some to hold. I've been doing this for a while in the city, but at the same time, I'm still trying to grow. And I know you probably have done this for even longer than me. So I'm really trying to find some good deals that I could take over and, start to build up, portfolio. If I can get you an offer that has no closing costs, no commissions, no nothing like that, what's the best price you could do on these two? If I buy them at the same time, pick them up.
I'll tell you what you do. Give me hit me up by Saturday or Sunday. Let me get through what I'm doing. I'm handling a little bit of business right now, but hit me up by Saturday or Sunday. Then me and you should I'll finish talking with you.
Okay. All right. Look, I appreciate it.
All right.
Peace.
Like that 175.
No, that shit went way too high. But I can tell you, old school, I could ask for email. He probably not even trying to do no email business. He seemed like old school West Side Atlanta guy. But that number is crazy.
Yeah.
Because it's 725 square feet. Now, if these had been like 1,250, a 3.1, almost 3.2, I could probably do that all day. But these are super small.
Yeah.
A seller like this that is so. Look, let me read these notes to you real quick. He wanted a package deal, both are fixed. He was pretty short. Told me to think about it and holler back at him and hung up. I may have ticked him off. He said I was asking stupid questions. He was a little snippy, so not sure if he would remember my name. So he probably ran over whoever he spoke to the first time, and I saw that and was just trying to keep him cool and calm about it, to where like if I have another conversation with him, maybe build a little bit more rapport, and then take it from there. And maybe I can't get him to come off his number. So we're gonna keep this one. I'll follow back up with him, and if he can send some pictures, I don't gotta go out there, even better. But I'm gonna probably slow ball this one and see if I can, build some rapport, get him to give me a realistic number, and then I'll call my agent that works that area and see like what the best we could do on it. So
I got you.
We'll see what it do.
You know what? I just want to take a moment for a second, people, and I want to practice the Brandon. Cause that, hey, that. Hey, that's legit.
Look, I know. I feel like I got that from one of my first mentors. It was like, you could do. I just subconsciously, I just started saying that shit.
I'm gonna use that with my lady. I'm gonna be like, I'm sorry. All right, back on track. I'm sorry.
You good, man. I hope.
Hi, this is Audrey. Leave me a message.
I'm gonna change my name to Mr. No Answer.
Look, with 17 records, like it gotta be somebody in here that's really trying to sell like now.
And look like Audrey, she going straight to voicemail even with her phone ringing. So I'm just going.
Audrey, leave me a message and I'll call you back.
Yeah, that should her a text. Qualified follow up. I'm gonna take this one and call him back. Let me see. He said it's Saturday though.
All right, let's see.
Saturday.
Maybe I can try this one in Jacksonville, Florida. This 904 number. All right, let's see.
Okay. Make sure there might be a few land leads in there.
This one says something about AC compressor, so surely this got to be something
decent.
Yeah.
Please leave your message for.
Okay. She sent me the voicemail, but she texted me though. So.
She did text the line.
Yeah, she texted. I'm calling off my cell, so.
Okay.
Yeah, she sent me the voicemail, but she texted me. Cannot answer right now. Please leave voicemail or call again later. All right, and that's Donnelly.
This looks like a decent. Them VA homes be high price, man.
Your call has been forwarded to an automated.
Straight to voicemail too.
Your call has. Your call has.
No boat. I was a Chesterfield. Have you been to VA before? Have you been to Virginia before?
Bro, y'all ain't got nothing going on out there. They ain't got. Listen, Brad, they ain't got nothing going on out there. I don't care what part of Virginia you in.
Look, there's a lot of them on this damn call right now.
Yeah, hey, and you still ain't got nothing going on out there.
They're gonna be sliding on you in the comments.
I remember Atlanta.
Well, don't mess around and come down here. We had a good time, bro.
Yeah, man, I'll go to Atlanta now. I'm so glad them Chris Brown tickets was sold out in Atlanta. I ain't lying.
Look, and I my wife still wanted the Beyonce tickets, which I got to get them, and then Kendrick coming soon too. So I ain't even know Chris Brown was coming.
Yeah, I'm going to the one in Houston, so I got there.
Be lit. That's gonna be lit.
Yeah, that'll be straight. All right, let me see. I think you just got off the phone with this dude, David.
Yeah, that's the one I called 3 times.
All right, cool. What about the last name David though? What about that one? in North Carolina?
Nah.
It's got to be a lot.
This is Brandon calling back about
this Vanessa league. Let me see what this one is. I don't know. This land. This a lot. You wanna? I guess
this is an individual lot, like in town or
it's inside of a. It looks like it's in between two houses.
that might could be good.
It looked like somebody bought a lot over here for $3,500.
I take that back.
You know, so is Beyonce coming to Arkansas?
I told you it was coming for you, bro.
You know what? I'm just gonna sit here and I'm gonna call this league. Lot of not. I need to talk to somebody. All right, 309. Let me see if she answers phone. Maybe we can sell a lot for. I don't know. We'll figure it out.
3x straight to email. Send text.
Hello, good afternoon.
Good afternoon. How are you?
I'm all right.
Okay. I was calling to speak to Miss David.
Speaking.
Hey, Miss David. My name is Curtis. You spoke to a wonderful associate of mine. Her name is Vanessa. About this property on Cherry Street in Winston-Salem. Yes, ma'am. So you know what? I just wanted to kind of pick up the phone and give you a call real fast to see if that's something that you were still considering to sell.
Yes.
Okay. Now that's not a house, correct?
No, it's not a house.
Okay, so it's just a lot.
Yes, there was a house there, but it's not no house anymore.
Okay. And you didn't have any plans to build on it, huh?
Oh, I get difficulty, so that is why I am not building it.
You know what? And I don't mean to. Hopefully, this don't sound too bad, right? And I don't mean to be any way. Where are you from?
Just where you from?
I'm from Arkansas. You just had a real kind of like, I don't know, like a Jamaican accent. I don't want to get that wrong because I don't want to offend anybody. You know what I'm saying?
Everybody say I'm a Jamaican. I'm not a Jamaican.
I got you. Okay. Well, you know,
I am a Trinidadian Nigerian. You know what I mean by that?
Awesome. You know what? One of my best friends is from Nigeria. So
okay,
very cool culture. So anyway, so this lot right here, what are you kind of hoping to kind of walk away with on this lot?
Where are you from?
Where, ma'am? Yes, ma'am. What number were you kind of hoping to walk away with on the lot?
12.
12? 1,200?
Why 1,200?
No, that's why I don't want to speak for you.
12,000.
12,000. 12,000.
Yes.
Gotcha. Okay. So what I will say is I definitely don't think I would be the right buyer for this one. I don't want to waste any of your time. It's just that we're seeing people buying lots in the area for like $3,500. So I don't want to offend you in any type of way because I think you're still a nice person. But at 12,000, I definitely don't think we're the right buyer for them.
Okay.
Yes, ma'am. Are you open to that? To a different type of number? Or are you saying 12,000? Don't call me back.
The only thing I will drop from there is about the 10,000. I ain't giving that. You know how much money I pay for that? I ain't so stupid to pay all that money I pay for that and sell it for $3,000 or $2,000. Not me. I rather to give it to the poor.
No, for sure. Okay. Well, hey, we can't strike them out, and I appreciate it. We just may not be the right buyer for this one. Okay.
Okay.
All right. You take care.
You too.
What did I miss?
So don't
about the Arkansas fee. That's all I want to hear about. Something happened with that.
Obviously, don't pay attention to them. Okay. I said it. All right, and people, don't say people are from Jamaica when they're really from like Nigeria. may not be the best thing you can do,
bro.
but
I'm supposed to say a specific country. Just say the islands or the Caribbean.
Well-
But Africa, like yes, a Nigerian will still mess you up, like it. But
shout
I
out
would at
to
least say the
all-
island.
Well, I said disclaimer.
You did. I heard that part.
I don't want to offend anybody. You know, I got somebody that's from Jamaica on my team. Y'all kind of sound a lot. You know, I've been to Jamaica, never been to Nigeria. Want to go? Nothing against it. So,
yeah, that Nigerian accent usually sounds a little different. Like it'd be strong.
You know, she ain't Nigerian. Okay, so Nigerian. There you go. I don't know.
That was reasonable doubt.
You know, I don't know what's in the pot. I just know that Arkansas is better than Virginia on anything. Okay, cool. What Chris got to say? Nothing ain't doing. You know what?
You got to get them turned.
Hello?
Hey, Ms. Gray.
Yes.
Hey, this is Brandon. I was giving you a shout back about Cribbin Ave.
My husband's on run. Could you possibly call back tomorrow? Like, I don't know what time zone you're in. We're in Mountain Time Zone, but like 9:30.
So that's one earlier than Central, right? Or is that?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So
Like
you're two back from me. Right. So right now it's 4:38.
Correct.
Okay. Cool. Just curious, do you two own the property together?
Yes.
Okay.
I think my name is on it, but we recently got a HELOC on it. In order to do that, he had to have his name to it.
Okay. Had you and your husband spoken about, selling it or, what price you were hoping to get?
I'm not specifically. I was going to let him handle that because I'm bad and I'm too nice. So
I think my wife might say the same in that same situation. Well, no, all right, so I take it back. She's a realtor. However, she'll still defer to me on a lot of things. So I know, I understand the situation. But I guess what you probably could help me with is when I'm looking in the area of the other sold homes, I was seeing a lot of smaller properties. And I saw, actually, let me change this filter because I saw yours, you guys' home was pretty large.
yeah, it's a 1.5 story. So most of the houses in that neighborhood are single level with a basement, and ours is 1.5 story with a basement. So it's a little bit larger.
Okay, because it wasn't pulling up a bedroom count. Just I saw 2 baths. What's the actual beds and baths count?
Well, so when I bought it, it was listed as a triplex, and I've never actually changed that because I didn't know how hard it would be to unchange it if somebody wanted to use it as a rental, because it's like walking distance from the front gate, the Air Force Base.
Oh, nice.
But so the basement was 2 bedrooms, 1 bath, but I pulled the floor out and a remodel, and then I didn't finish it. So it's not, it's just a basement. The first floor is 3 bedrooms, 1 bath, and then the second floor currently is 3 bedrooms, 1 bath. But when I got it, it was 2 bedrooms, 1 bath with a kitchen.
Okay, so
because there was a kitchen on each floor. So
got it.
And I just used it as a single family home.
Okay, got it.
But I never got it changed through the county.
Okay, so the county thinks it's a triplex. Currently, would you call it a duplex, or is it just set up as a single family?
I mean, it has 4 entrances. So I mean, I guess I would I would say that it's probably a duplex, but like I said, I only ever used one address. I do get like cable mailers for apartment A, B, and C.
Yeah.
But,
That's an interesting property. Okay, so I am looking at specific types of comps.
then really, even when I bought it, there were no comps because of the size,
right,
and the location, and because it was not a single family. As a single family home, like actually the house right next door, although mine is wood and theirs is brick, and theirs is a little bit smaller than mine, but they have they have like 2 garages. Their setup is nicer than mine because their lot is bigger because we each have a double lot. But at some point in the past, my property was split, so I have the front 2/3 of 2 lots, and then somebody else has the back third of the 2 lots. So I would say that is comparable, and I'm trying to remember their address. There's like 3 blocks of 3000s, 3 or 4 blocks. It's like weird. 3024. I want to say they're 3028 maybe. Oh wait, I'm not sure.
Because he was saying
It should actually be going the opposite direction. Hold on.
Okay. Bro, this is the weirdest. Even the notes. Doesn't want to sell to some of locally investors for personal reasons. So would sign a contract because he said he could do the same thing I'm doing, but doesn't.
It's 3020 Urban Avenue.
That address is the what? What was that address?
3020. It's not next door, but because there's a street that runs through, but it's a dirt street, so it's kind of an alley. It's super weird. But anyway.
That's the house that shares a lot with yours.
No, that's the next door neighbor's house. And like I said, they're really the only 1.5 story that's close by. And their footprint is very similar to ours, except my porch was enclosed years ago. And it was like mine was, I think a partial, like half of the front, and it was enclosed long before I ever bought it. Their porch is still open.
Got it. But had that neighbor's house, did they sell recently?
I want to say maybe 2 years ago.
Okay. I think I see that was 3020.
Like I said, there are some differences. Like theirs is brick, mine is wood. They have, so their lot I think is probably bigger.
300.
Because mine, it was a house and like a butler's house or something like that, like way back in the day. Because it was built in I think the 20s or 30s or something. And at some point, that property was split, and so somebody else owns the back third of my 2 lots.
Okay. Well, yeah, it's a very interesting property. I'm checking out some of the comps. I did see from some of the notes that this is something that has been vacant for a while. I'm assuming that you guys have already moved out of the state?
No. We actually just got married and we bought a house, that's when we had to put his name on the house to take out a loan on it for the down payment for this house. And it hasn't really been vacant too long.
Got it.
And I'm just getting my stuff out of it.
Okay.
Currently.
But this is something because I saw in the notes that you guys wanted to like reposition like some investments into Kansas or
Yeah. So probably, yeah, we are once I retire, we're gonna either go to Kansas permanently or we'll come back and forth. But
Okay.
like I said, this really is a situation of his house and my house, and now we have our house.
Yeah.
So I gotta get rid of my house.
And this is your house.
And that's my house.
So I mean, look, you are the final decision maker ultimately.
Ish.
Like I play that game sometimes. So the higher authority, or let me defer to my partner. I'm sure you know what you want for this. I guess I saw in the notes that it was that the asking was close to 270 on this. And I'm wondering like if we can get there. It's just honestly, a lot of my systems is not even giving me any comps to choose from. I'm like having to look at it like manually and find some stuff that's somewhat similar. But I think there's some good value there. I think that we would probably want to put some money into it to get it either back to a triplex. You said that currently there's kitchens just on 2 floors. Would it be easy to put a kitchen on the ground floor, on the basement?
I would say yes. All the plumbing is still there.
Okay, and let me ask you, is it multiple meters, like individually metered, or just 1 meter?
It was only ever a single meter.
Okay, that might be tough for us because when we look at for multifamily, we're looking for like individual meters. Is just easier to have them, you know, like that. But you know, heck, even as a single family, I think that there may be some opportunity here. I would like to get an offer to you. It looks like I don't think I have the notes. My partner may have actually sent out an agreement before, and it wasn't signed. I think he sent it
yesterday or the day before yesterday.
I'm not sure exactly when, but I think he sent it out at 270.
Yes.
But now he got me involved.
In which case, I know my husband's going to say no.
What? No, I'm sorry. So I think he offered 260. You guys, I guess, agreed on 270. He sent it at 270. Yes. You're saying that your husband would say no. Is that not the number that you said that you wanted?
No, it's not. The number has nothing to do with it, really. He's like, if you guys are brokers, then I'll just deal with the sellers that are here anyway, because it's just easier that way. So.
Got it. And so when you say brokers, so
I don't know if you're technically a broker. I have no idea.
I'm not. So we do projects all over. We can do fix and flips from afar. We can buy and hold from afar. We operate in multiple markets. Yes, it's true. I don't have an office in Wyoming. But between me and Chris, we're part of that group that believes that, you know, if you just invest in your own backyard, you'll never find the best deals. And so, you know, we've done plenty of projects, not in our home markets. So I'm looking at this for an investment for ourselves to do.
No, absolutely.
So we wouldn't be like, you know, brokering anything.
Oh, okay. So like I said, my husband's at work right now. He'll be home in the morning. So he usually gets home around 8, I would say 8:30, so 9:30 your time. If you want to call then.
Okay. And what's his name?
Michael Gray.
Okay, got it. And what was your name?
My name's Leah Ruiz.
Leah Ruiz. Well, it was nice to meet you and speak to you. if you're telling me that, if this is something that we can make you guys feel comfortable about, that we are, in fact, the ones looking at this project, looking at working on ourselves, and we can get to the asking price that you have, is that something that you think that you guys would be open?
I think he would be open to it, yes.
Okay. Well, yeah, let's do that. Let's set up another call. I don't know. I know my kids are waiting on me right now. I've been working for the past few hours, and they're already out of school. So I don't know if I'm gonna be able to make that call tonight, but maybe I can text you and we can set a time specifically to speak.
Sure.
That sounds good.
Yep.
Okay. All right. Again, this is my personal phone. This is my my iPhone. I'll text you. My name is Brandon, and like I said, I'm looking forward to working with you on this.
All right. Thank you.
Okay. All right. Thank you.
All right. Bye.
Bye. No. What you think about that?
I was looking forward to the. I guess we didn't get to it.
Now you got me self-conscious about it.
No.
Look, honestly, and I felt like I said it and didn't even really realize that I said it. And then I caught myself.
I mean, it sounds like y'all already working on it.
So and I'm gonna say this for anybody in you, that's sending leads in. The person that sent this in, I don't know who it is right now. They left a note that didn't really make sense because it was like some typos. But if it's a situation where you've gotten a feel that the seller doesn't want to sell because you're out of state, start from the top and say, call as a brand new lead. So I wouldn't even have brought up my partner, that, has already spoken to you and sent this offer over. The note says something about doesn't want to sell to local investors for personal reasons, would sign a contract, but it was at the very end. So like I would say, just kind of say that up front, like, hey, I think you should call this as a new lead, and I'll approach it differently to where, they may already feel like, I don't know, if I want to work with you guys. But it's a lot of house. I've never done a deal in Wyoming, so I'd be excited to do something like that. But it's pretty close to Denver, and there's a lot of sales in the area. So
yeah, that's one of them ones you gotta start naming them mom and pops in the neighborhood, so they kind of get a little feel of it, but
a little comfortability and stuff. Okay.
All right.
Well, you got time for one more?
Yep.
Okay.
I'm already on it. Kissing me.
Where is that? After 8 p.m. EST. Cool. 3131. And she said 21 in the basement. I'm finished. Kurt, you there? Okay. The kitchen. I bet Kurt hit refresh or something or backed out of the browser and didn't realize that he was going to end his stream. He'll be back. Right on time. And you backed out of the browser?
That's just moving on. Let's just keep this thing rolling. Just think of it like a break or something.
There you go.
Let's just keep going. I like it never happened. All right, kissing me, Florida.
Hello?
Kissing me.
Well, Quinn, this is Curtis. How you doing?
Curtis.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. It looks like you were actually speaking with someone out of my office about this property on Wyndham Way, 2210 Wyndham Way.
With AJ?
Oh, with an agent? No, it looks like you were speaking to Dietrich.
No.
AJ? Dietrich?
I spoke to AJ today.
Okay. Well, man, are you considering to sell this one, or are you gonna hold on to it?
This is this is not really my home. So it's my mother's house.
It's your mom's house.
Yeah, she's has dementia and she's by herself and going to a critical care facility. So she's gonna live her last years there. So the house, we just need to get rid of it.
Oh man. Man, how's the family doing?
Well, I mean, it's my sister. We all agree that it's the best thing to do because selling the house a bunch of years, you know.
Yeah. Yeah. Man, you know what? I've had my experiences with my family with dementia, so I definitely just kind of pray that your experiences are a lot better than what mine was. So
I don't think there's better anywhere.
I know, man. That's why I was
just
like,
no better. It's all bad. It's all bad. So
yeah, that's why it's kind of a tough, conversation to have, man. But my thoughts and my love, my prayers to you and the family from it for sure. I know how that is. So I know you were mentioning that you said your sister was.
Yeah, I have three sisters, and that I'm handling all the issues, all the things up here because we kind of took over her, her state, and her husband passed away, and it's just been like one thing on top of another. So we've been handling her affairs. We recently moved her from one residence to another, because she was just living in assisted living, but she wasn't being taken care of. And people were just kind of like, we cannot do any more for her. She used to be in a critical care, in a memory care facility. So we did. Now it's just a thing of getting this house empty, sold, and put the money in a state somehow to can grow a little money.
Mm-hmm.
And, hopefully, she's taken care of for the rest of her life,
Yeah. So really you're doing this for your mom.
Yes. Well, listen, sir, I just stopped from driving. I just drove 4 straight hours. I'm here outside of Atlanta, and I gotta make like a quick pit stop, and I gotta get to my destination. So if you don't mind, I know AJ told me somebody was gonna be calling me, but we had a good long conversation. So I mean, the next step is the next step. So
yeah. So what do you see the next step being as far as an offer? Like, what were you guys hoping to kind of walk away with something like this, knowing that you got your mom, you got her?
Yeah, like I said, we already discussed the numbers. I'm not gonna repeat them, and I'm gonna just wait to till they gotta look at the house and all that, and there's a lot of things in the house that need to come out. It's been vacant for a year, so.
Okay. Okay. So you and your sisters are on the same page about selling it if you can get the number that.
Yeah, I mean, we had some people that were interested in it, but I think they were thinking that we were gonna just kind of give it to them. And I'm like, no, we gotta make as much money as we can because this is for her.
Yeah.
This is, so we're not gonna be like, it's, we're gonna sell it for as much as we can, period. So we're, some people, they were like kind of family friends and whatever, they thought we were just gonna give it away. I'm like, no. It's like, no, we still have market value. We're not gonna go under that. So.
Okay. And I mean, but if y'all can't get the market value for the property, then I mean, what are you gonna do?
Well, the thing is, like, the house has always been taken care of. I mean, it's not. It has some work to be done, but for the most part, it's in excellent shape. So it's recently painted, got new AC, got new roof. You know, it's got like $30,000-$40,000 of upgrades just in the last 4 years. So we're not just gonna say, oh yeah, just take it. So, you know, we're gonna take our time. We're not, you know, we have money for my mother for the next 2 years. We just worry about the 10 years after that. If she's, you know, she continues to go on.
Okay. And what type of offers have you all been kind of already receiving?
No, the house is not on the market at all. This is just sort of like friends and family and neighbors. So we haven't even, you know.
Yeah.
We're not working with anybody. And then people are constantly calling me about my home. I wanted to buy my house, and I'm like, I'm not buying my house unless you want to pay 3 times what it's worth, because I don't want to sell it. So if you want it, you really want it, you pay me extra.
Yeah.
So, but then I thought I got this house that needs to be sold, and that's how this thing started. So.
Yeah. So you got your mom. You got to get her taken care of. Obviously.
Listen, sir, I have to go make my pit stop, and I'm standing outside a store. I gotta go to use the bathroom, so this conversation has to end right now. Okay. I appreciate you calling, though. Okay.
Man, when's the next time we can follow up with you?
I don't know. I mean, I'm a driver. I drive over the road. So I'm usually, when I'm driving, I answer the phone.
Okay. So look, I got my calendar open for either Saturday or Monday, right? What day works for you?
Either
or Friday.
Matter.
Okay.
Either day is fine.
Okay. What about this? How about I call you tomorrow at Friday tomorrow, around this time here, or a little bit earlier, and then we can have a conversation. But when I do speak to you tomorrow, what number should I kind of be prepared for?
Are you working with AJ? I mean, I don't understand.
Yeah, so I work with AJ. I working at the finance department. So man, my goal here is to kind of see, you know, what's the best workable position that we can kind of put you in when it's considering you and your mom and what you guys got going on. But you know, like I said, I know you want to talk tomorrow. So what number should I kind of be prepared for that you guys will be asking for the property on tomorrow when we speak?
Well, we're probably gonna start. We're gonna ask 350, and we probably our low is 300. So on that range.
Okay, man. And you're saying if you don't get the 300, you guys will just kind of keep the property?
Yeah, because we don't need to. You know, we got time to sell it. She has money for the next couple of years.
Okay.
So, I mean, let me just rent the house. Who knows?
Okay. Yeah. Well, it may be an opportunity for me to be able to come somewhat close to it. I'm not sure, man. I gotta definitely kind of.
But listen, I really have to go. Okay, I'm gonna have to back up. Okay, bye.
All right, no problem.
You know, just like you know, we've been talking about with Chris too. It's just like sellers is gonna wake up to a different reality of like what the real estate market really is right now. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. And what I was trying to do is because he wasn't trying to come off his number, so I didn't really want to give a number without knowing what his number was. You know what I'm saying? So I tried to use. I don't know if anybody caught it, but I used that exit for him to thinking I was gonna let him off the phone.
I like that.
Yeah, and I was like, hey man, I got my calendar open Friday, Saturday, or Monday. What kind of works for you? He's like, oh, anytime. I said, so what number should I be prepared for on that day? So when we speak again, I can be a little bit more prepared. And then he finally came off his number. So
I like that. Because look, most coaches will tell you like, all right, ask 3 different ways. You know, throw a number out there, see if they take the bait. But that's unique. I like that.
Yeah, because I didn't want to give an offer range. I don't think an offer range right there, you know. But I think it'll probably be a good follow up because at the end of the day, you know, if it don't sell, he'll be looking to sell it. Maybe it's a good innovation, but it's still not a good innovation even at 300. We need to be at like.
That's the problem. People, I mean, I know a lot of people think you can use innovation to save the day in any situation, and it's like, no, you're just gonna end up jamming yourself up, you know, in between you, the seller, and the real estate market. Like, We're not trying to do crazy innovations.
Yeah, look, they're gonna write that one down. I know Camille already wrote it down. See, that's why you should. See, that's why you should join the you, man. Shout out Offer Boat. You know, shout out Charged Up. Shout out Chris Jefferson and the team. Shout out Brendan. You know, shout out
yourself, man.
You know, I mean, you can really go in here and really kind of learn the artwork. And this is artwork. This is not just picking up the phone and just calling people and asking them how they day going and that's not how you get consistent contracts. We got real people in there doing real business. So look at Camille. She already wrote it down. So if you caught it, you caught it. If you didn't hit the playback, you know, binge watch it. But that is a definitely good way that I use for a tactic to get a number out of a person that don't want to give the number up, but they think they about to get ready to get off the phone and let's me the number, and I can get another minute to 30 seconds, maybe 2 minutes, maybe 5 out of the conversation to kind of push it forward. So at least I finally got somebody on the phone other than the purse lady. So whatever.
Well, yeah, like her said, you know, you guys can learn more about Charge Up University. Like I said, the best community in the country, I think, for learning and knowing how to wholesale real estate and invest in real estate. And it's a link in the YouTube description for this video. And if you want to learn more about offerboat.io, what we're using to generate leads, both me and Kurt and our businesses have leads sent to us that have been talked through, you know, without us involved, AI, chatbots, setting appointments for us. So we're just, you know, knocking them down, you know, just calling us the seller leads that they've already set the appointments for, and then trying to send out offers and get them under contract, have good conversations. And we're here every Tuesday and Thursday. Tuesday at 12 p.m., noon Eastern, Thursday at 5 p.m. Eastern. Bro, look, I appreciate you. Do you want to give any last words of wisdom before we jump up out of here?
Yeah, I want to say this one thing. Brandon, I appreciate you for allowing me to share the stage with you. You know, shout out Chris Jefferson for putting us on Thursday, and he got a chance to take all the calls on Tuesday. Arkansas is better than Virginia. So if you hating, you just hate. But other than that, you know, it's all love. I appreciate it, Brandon.
Yeah, for sure. Look, and Kirby in the U doing his thing, cold calls Saturdays, setter calls, helping folks out. So man, I appreciate you as well. Look, as always, I'm gonna tell you guys to go out there and send more offers, talk to people, finish your play, you know, get all the way to the point where you're making that offer. We appreciate y'all. This is to help you go out and be able to do this on your own. If y'all got any questions, you know, you can catch me at IG IMB Barnes. Kurt, his IG is right there, _ Kurt Corleone. And we'll see y'all next time. Look, keep going out there, talking to sellers every day, sending offers, and pull up on us next Tuesday at 12 p.m. Eastern for more closing conversations. Appreciate y'all.
Peace.